Welcome back, guys. Today we are making another traditional recipe, Manti. Not munted, Manti. It is a Turkish ravioli topped with some garlic sauce, some buttery capsicum paste, and finished off with mint. It is my absolute favorite. I'm so excited to share it with you today. We have 00 flour here, about 250 grams. We're gonna be putting some water in here. Usually I use plain flour, but we didn't have any left, so I opted for 00 flour this time. We're starting off in a bowl. I'm gonna mix it through, then once it gets nice and mixed, I am going to transfer to the bench top. I'm gonna transfer this over to the bench, and we're gonna work it through. I've also added a teaspoon of salt to this. As you go, just collect the pieces of dough. We want the dough to come to a state where when you touch your hands on it, it doesn't stick to your hands. So it's a bit of a drier dough. Just on the kitchen bench like that, 30 minutes with a wet cloth over the top so that it doesn't get dry. Now to our meat mixture, we are going to add a small onion, otherwise use half of a large onion. Use a nice thin, very sharp blade. This helps you get really precise. I'm gonna go for a really thin. So we're going to run our knife for it just a little bit more. If you are making a larger portion of this, it's totally understandable to use a processor, but just wring the water out. So once you run it through a processor, if you're making like a batch for 10 to 20 like we usually do, run it through a processor, put it through a cheesecloth, or strain out the liquid through a paper towel or something. Okay. That's our onions prepared for our beef mixture. Time for the next step. We got our beef mince here, about 100 grams. This is for a serving of 2 people. We've got a bit of olive oil drizzled there. We've got the onion we cut up earlier. We've got about half a teaspoon of sweet paprika, some black pepper, and some salt. We're gonna give this a nice mix through. Use your hands, don't be afraid to get in there. See, if you use a processor for your onions and you've not wrung out most of the moisture, this would be extremely wet. You don't want that. It'll also be tough for your fillings when you're making the ravioli. It'll be tough for them to close also. All right, that is basically there, ready for us to fill the dough. On to making our garlic sauce, guys. I've got here Jalna Greek yogurt. This is Greek style yogurt. This is my absolute favorite. There's no rules to this. Use a yogurt that you really like the taste of, because it really makes a difference. If you find a yogurt that tastes a little bit more cheesy side, and you're like, I don't really enjoy that much, what makes you think you're gonna enjoy it in this dish, huh? So don't do that. Okay, I've got some garlic over here too. About 2 cloves minced. We're going to chuck that in there, and we're going to mix that through. That is our garlic sauce that's going to go on top. Some salt to season, and that's about it. That is our garlic sauce ready and prepared. Ready and prepared for the end of the dish. Here we got about 25 grams of butter and about 2 teaspoons of pepper paste. You could also use tomato paste, that will still work, but we use pepper paste. We are also going to add like a tablespoon of starch water to this to help it thicken up. Put that on the heat, let it go. We have a pot of water to boil to cook our Manti. with some salt in there. Do that. Okay guys, we've let our dough rest. We've done our beef filling, we've made our garlic sauce, we've made our pepper paste, and now we're going to get to making our dumplings. So we're going to lightly flour our board, our bench, I should say. We're going to slowly, we have a makeshift rolling pin here. I think it's the old piece of a broom or something, but it still works. Still going to get the job done. I've never made it like this and it's cracked, but that's okay. It's still going to roll out nicely. We're still going to have our filling going into a little bit more flour. Make it rain, make it snow. We got to get this very thin, so this is going to be some work. I don't know if it's the 00 flour that's making this tougher to roll or something else, but anyway, that's what cooking is. You live and learn. This is actually quite tough, and usually it's not meant to be this hard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to process it in the dough roller. This is what we do, we improvise. We have got our pasta roller out. We are going to run it through here so it does a quicker job. Okay, that's working okay. Okay, it's looking a little bit better. Okay, this one. These are pretty thin, although I'm going to do a little bit more thin. That's how we do it. We're just going to put a little bit more flour on top, each of them, to help glide the process. So now that that's out, that is roughly the thickness we want each one of them to be. As you can see, my hand is slightly visible through the light. You're going to cut this into manageable pieces. I'm going to get squares roughly the size like that. Once you get 2 or 3 on top, cut them into squares, fluff them up, and put them aside. Now we've got each one of these. We're going to fill them up with about that much filling. We're going to close it up. We're making triangles. Our tradition is not to make those star shape. We make little triangles like that. Fill it up like an envelope, a triangle envelope. That's it. Once you do all of these, you'll be ready to cook. When we do these, we don't have to make sure they're absolutely closed all the way. The most important thing is that you pinch the dough together so that stays put. Some bits can stay open, that's fine.
Huh? Are you talking to me or the video?
Talking to the video.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm talking to you.
Okay.
We get helping hands. Okay guys, our meat filling is done. We've probably filled each dumpling with a little bit more than usual, and this is the end result. If you're going to baggage this up to freeze later, put it on a pan like this with a little bit of flour on top and underneath it as well. Put it in the freezer for about 30 minutes to 50 minutes until it hardens. Then you can like sort of take them up and put them in a bag so they don't mush together and stick. I have a bit of extra pastas. I'm just going to chuck them in. We're going to throw them straight into the boiling water. Beautiful. See you at the boiling water. Our water is boiling. We're going to chuck our babies inside. These should not take very long to cook at all. Maybe like 5 minutes, not even. Our guys are boiling up. They're almost ready to go. We've got our sauce that we made before. We're just going to put that little bit of starchy water in there. Whoops, we made a mess, but that is basically ready to spoon over. See, in most other videos online, they show you placing yogurt on the bottom of a pan and placing the dumplings individually. Traditionally, in our family, we've always had it like this, with a little bit of the water still in there. And that makes it almost like a soup, and it is crazy good. This version sets it apart from the rest. Add a little bit of yogurt. We are saucing on our pepper paste oil, pepper paste butter. We're spooning that on nice. And the finishing touch, some mint. Mint is crucial. It is such a good flavor companion with this. That's it, guys. That is my favorite meal on this planet. There is no other meal I like this one. This is delicious, I am telling you. This stuff, when I was younger, I learned how to make this, and legitimately, you mix this through, you get the yogurt incorporated with the starchy water, and it becomes a nice, thick, soupy soupness. I'm telling you, when I was younger, I learned how to make this, and I started eating this for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a week. And I had some barriers come up, mainly constipation, and then I had to stop. But if I could eat this breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's a meal I do not get sick of. Oh my God. That just made my elbow tingle. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you go out and try this. It is so simple to make. It just does take some time, so it's helpful to have a hand. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video.